Hi, I'm Kurt Sayre, Product Innovation Manager here at Biolab. You may know me from other educational videos such as water mold, so much more than a garnish, soft swim in jello, pretty different really, and avoiding the ow in burnout. I'm here to talk a little bit about soft swim step C, water mold, and enzymes. Water mold produces an enzyme that destroys soft swim C. My goal here today is to avoid speaking too much technobabble and explain to you why at some point it becomes difficult to keep any levels of soft swim C in a pool. To start with, we need to talk about enzymes. Everyone's heard the term used, but what are they, what do they do, and how do they work their magic? Enzymes are catalysts that are made by living things. Let me say that again. Enzymes are catalysts made by living things. Okay, so what's a catalyst? A catalyst is a chemical that makes a specific chemical reaction go faster without being used up in the reaction. In other words, a catalyst comes along, helps the reaction go, then wanders off unchanged to go off and do the same reaction someplace else. Think of a catalyst as a good Samaritan, someone who stumbles upon a woman that had just spilled a bag of groceries while walking. He picks them up, puts them back in the bag, hands it to her, walks off. He has assembled the groceries and is now walking off, ready to help the next person with spilled groceries he comes across. In that case, he's just like an enzyme. In this case, again, an enzyme is a catalyst that a cell makes. Enzymes also do one reaction, and they do it very well. For example, it's enzymes in yeast that convert carbohydrates to alcohol, turning the sugars in grape juice into wine. These enzymes are the bad guys that are destroying the soft swim C in swimming pools. Soft swim C is hydrogen peroxide, only it's a lot more concentrated than what you get at the drugstore. The enzyme that's chewing it up in swimming pools is called catalase. Catalase was one of the first enzymes ever discovered, and it's also a speedy little guy. Catalase destroys hydrogen peroxide very rapidly. Peroxide can be pretty hard on living things, and it's often a byproduct of respiration. So a lot of living things make catalase to get rid of it before it does any serious harm to that organism. Have you ever cut your finger and put peroxide from the drugstore on it? The bubbling of the peroxide makes you think that it's doing something to that cut, doesn't it? The bubbling is actually catalase in your body destroying the peroxide. The peroxide does do some cleaning of the wound, but all that bubbling that you see that makes you think it's doing something, that's your body destroying the peroxide, not it actually working or doing anything. Okay, so what's going on in a soft swim pool? Well, water mold produces, wait for it, catalase. The more water mold in a pool, the more catalase it can produce. Since catalase works rapidly and a little tiny bit goes a really long way, it doesn't take long for it to deplete the concentration of soft swim C. Let's see it in action. Here, I've got some catalase that we purchased from a scientific supply company. Aren't you jealous you didn't go into science as a career now? Just to show you there's nothing weird going on, I'm going to take a little bit of the catalase and add it to a test tube filled with water. That's what the W means. You can see nothing happens. Now I'm going to take some soft swim C and add some to this test tube marked with a C for soft swim C. I'm going to add a little tiny bit of catalase to that. That's how fast the reaction occurs, and that's why once you have some water mold in your swimming pool, it's tough to keep any sort of soft swim C levels present. Thanks.